Okay, so look in between your hands, bend your knees, walk, step or hop the feet to the front. Breathe in, lift up onto your fingertips. As you breathe out, fold. Drop your bottom onto your heels and come and roll yourself all the way down onto your back. Let your legs stretch out and let your arms be beside you. Good. So just for the moment, just ease yourself, relax, stay calm. And just help yourself become a little bit calmer just by breathing smooth and steady. And allow your heart rate to drop softly. Good. Okay. So lifting up your right leg, you're going to take your first two fingers around and hook them around your big toe on your right foot. And you might find it's just a point where you're like, my hamstring's too tight. Otherwise, just see if you can start to lengthen it out a bit. So very much like you might have done this standing on the floor, flex the left toes towards your feet. Take the left hand on the left hip. And we're going to see how this feels as you start to draw the right leg all the way over towards the right side. And you're going to find a point where you're like, good, stop, hold, focus. Great work. Cool, lifting yourself all the way back up towards the top. Release your legs. And then we'll switch it over onto the other side. Lifting up your left leg. Take the first two fingers, bring it around the big toes. Kick, lift up. Feel the back of the left hamstring. And then start to draw the left leg all the way towards the left side. Good. Lifting yourself back up. Release your leg, then bring both your knees up towards your chest. Give yourself a nice big squeeze. Okay, take the first two fingers, hook them around your big toes. And slide your arms on the inside of your legs. Good. Pressing through your lower back, so your tailbone, as you start to imagine pressing your feet to the top of the pod. Good stuff. Notice that in your hips. Notice that in your back. Maybe sway a little bit from right to left. You can even start to lengthen out one leg a little bit further than the other, then maybe the other one. Play around with that. Good stuff. Now releasing your legs, you're going to bring your feet to the floor. Lifting up your right leg, hooking the outside edge of the right foot on the left thigh. Good. Sliding the right hand in between the legs and taking both your hands and interlacing them behind the back of the left knee or top of the shin, however you prefer to do it. Flex your toes to your face and then start to draw the knee towards you. And you can maybe start to dink that right elbow to the inside of the right thigh. Seeing how you're feeling with that. How does that feel on your hips, as well as the right buttock and the left hip? And then releasing your leg, and we'll switch it up. Same on the other side. Bring it in, squeeze it in. Flex it in. Breathe. Good, then start to lift yourself all the way up. Give yourself a little bit of a squeeze. And we can then start to rock and roll yourself forwards and backwards, get a bit of momentum going on. Cross your legs in mid-air, press your hands onto the floor. Walk, step or hop the feet back into a down dog. Breathe in, roll into a plank position. As you breathe out, hover down. Inhale as you lift the chest up, press to the tops of the feet, and then when you breathe out, lift the bottom all the way back up. Good stuff. Okay, so rolling yourself forward into a plank position. Slowly, super slowly, coming all the way down onto your belly. Right, all the way down. All the way down, all the way down, all the way down. Nice. Okay, we're gonna come into a little locust pose. So, interlacing your hands just above your bottom. Breathe in, start to lift your chest, your legs, your arms, everything flies and floats. And then releasing yourself all the way back down. Take your left ear to the mat, bring your hands beside you. Have a little shake a little bit from right to left. Okay, so now bending your legs. Take the hands around the top of the feet, the tops of the feet. Cool. So start to kick your legs into your hands. And as you start to kicking your feet into your hands, you're going to start to lift your chest up. Good. So you can start to lift and breathe. Good. And then releasing yourself all the way back down. And you can sway, you can release your back. Good stuff, team. You start to just make your way, pushing your bottom back towards your heels. Just push back into a little child's pose. Good stuff, team. Okay, so lifting yourself up onto all fours into your hands and your knees. Gonna curl your toes and lift your bottom up, come up into a down facing dog. Great stuff. All right, rolling into a little plank position. Take your right hand underneath your face, rolling on the outside edge of the right foot. Drop a knee if you would like to, or just stack the legs. Come into a little side plank. If you want to take it a little bit higher, you can always lift the top leg, take the gaze up, grab hold of the big toes. Loads of stuff you could do. Breathe. And then slowly coming all the way back into a plank position. Switch sides, left side. Lift the hips, really push away from the floor, engaging stuff. Good, and then releasing your right hand all the way down. Let's do a vinyasa just to even it all out. Hover down. Inhale as you lift the chest up, and then breathe out, lift the bottom all the way back up. Good, we're gonna do a little pincher. So if you're not too sure about it or that, you can always just have a little look and we can talk it through. But yeah, start on your knees. I'll probably advocate. And then try and get your elbows and your arm, your hands in line. It's quite a nice way to start. You can always, if you find that tricky to measure, block's quite a handy little tool. As what you'll probably find is your arms will start to creep in a little bit. Mine do as well. And over time, they'll kind of stay a bit more stable like that. But just notice how that might happen. If you want to try a block, if you notice that, that's quite a good way to keep your arms in, okay? So, we're then going to lift your bottom up, curl the toes, find your position with your arms and lift the bottom up. It's almost like a down dog, but with your forearms on the ground. And by rolling those elbows in, you're going to start to engage the side body muscles, and then you can basically start to tiptoe your feet towards your elbows to a point where you can't do it anymore. Then you might like start to lift the right leg up, and then using your fingertips, you can almost just start to, as you lift that right leg up, your left leg will naturally start to come up and off. So it's finding that balance, that tilting point where the pelvis comes over the shoulders. So for you might want to get your elbows a little bit wider. Arms a bit wider than that, good. And once you've had a go at that bit, then you can always come down, rest it, shake it off a little bit. And you can come back into it and try it on the other side. So it's the lifting of the floating leg. You find that point of lift and you start to lift the right leg up a little bit. Go on. Good. Push away from the floor. Try and tuck the pelvis in a little bit. That's it, nice. And engage the lower part. So really got to lift. Try and draw your head down a little bit. See how it takes the pressure off your neck. And release. Yeah. Okay. Good. You can come into a little child's pose, just ease it off a little bit. Well done, team. Okay guys, so start to roll yourself all the way up from a child's pose. Just come and drop your bottom to one side, thread your legs forward. We'll do a little bit of a forward bend, so just to even it all out. So you can use a towel if you need to, otherwise take your hands and hook them around your feet. So lift the chest up, try and lengthen your the torso up, and then draw your chest forward and then down, and notice as you bring yourself forward and then down, that feeling of the opening through the legs and the back. So do 2 more deep breaths, okay? So breathe in, lift forward, look forward. As you breathe out, fold. You okay? Yeah. Go again, breathe in. Exhale and fold. Just do 1 more, breathe in, lift up. And breathe out and fold. Slowly just start to roll yourself all the way up. And that pause at the top. Good. Imagine you're holding onto something, bending your knees, bring the soles of the feet to the floor, and then roll yourself backwards. Try and use your tummy muscles to keep you up, and then draw your knees to your chest. Give yourself a little bit of a squeeze. You can then drop your knees over towards the right side. Good. Open your arms nice and wide. And then bring your legs back into the center. Drop your knees over towards the other side. Come back up to the top. Give yourself a nice squeeze. And then let your legs just stretch out towards the front. And allow yourself just to completely sink in. Flip the palms to turn up, draw the chin in a little bit. Relax your jaw a touch. And for the next 5 minutes, we're just going to completely relax.